Hey friends, welcome to my page Daily Crafts with Star. Happy Tuesday! I'm going to show you how to make this little guy. I showed him to you last week. I had made him at night, and we are going to make one of them because a lot of you guys ordered him. So I want you to know how he goes together and how to paint him, and I just need more. So how are you? How was your Monday? Mine was a Monday for sure. A lot of crazy stuff going on in my life for Monday. Just it was an extra Monday. Oh my goodness. So hope you guys are doing good. This little guy has a lot of little pieces. So I wanted to show you. I mean, he's just so cute, isn't he? I just love this one. And he has kind of a different color palette than the other scarecrows that we have done. So I thought, you know what? We're going to go ahead and make one. And this one is, do I only have one size? I think I only have one size. This is the large. Yeah, I think I only have one size with this because I just think that he makes a statement, and to make him smaller, there's just so many pieces. So yeah, I just have one size. Go ahead and say hello if you're out there watching. If you're coming back and watching the replay, just put hashtag replay. Oh my goodness, was my day busy yesterday. It was a good thing. I got a lot done. So it's always a good thing to get a lot done. And did you see my post about the Peanuts collection coming? I have a little drawing that I'll be doing that over in the VIP group. So hopefully you saw that. So if you purchase from my website on Friday, if you purchase any of the Peanuts collection, you are going to get your name in on the drawing. So let me just show you, if you missed out last night, if you didn't see this, because here, look at how cute. This is our sneak peek. Isn't it just so cute? I'm so excited. Anyone else excited? I can't wait to see everything else. I'm thinking this is probably a size A, is what I'm thinking. But I would love for it to be bigger than that. I would love it to be like a size B. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be a size A. Anyone else have a guess? And we don't know. They did not tell us how many was in the collection. Does anybody else know? Because I myself don't know how many there are in the collection. Has anybody heard? Because sometimes you guys hear from your leaders, and I don't know because I'm not always up on everything. Sometimes people know things that I don't. Or maybe Brandy was telling how many there would be. It's possible. I didn't get to watch her the last 2 times. I missed out. So I'm going to go ahead and read comments. Let me get this shared over to VIP. I cannot wait for Friday. Yeah, for many reasons. Friday, I should be going to my cabin. If I don't, then I will go on why can't I get to where am I? Who am I? I'm trying to find why can't I find myself on here? Where am I? Okay. All right. There I am. Okay, let me share this to VIP group. If I can't go on Friday, I will be going Saturday morning early. I just have to go up there. I have to go and take all of the bags of trash. I haven't been able to find anyone to do that for me. Can you imagine? Nobody wants to work. So anyways, I get to go and do that. I'm well enough to load all that into the back of the truck, take it to the dump, and then I'll paint the rest of the weekend. So let me just see who's here. Hi guys. Hi Lori. Hi Betty. Good morning, Holly. Hi Laura. Hi Sherry. How are you? Hi Bridget. Good morning, Carrie. Hi Julie. Hi Doris, my sister. Hey Lori Walsh. Hi Pam. I know this is so cute. So lots of you ordered him. So I'm going to show you how to make him because he's just a little cutie pie. So let's get painting. There are a lot of pieces. I was going to do chocolate tour, and then I'm like, you know what? I have so many kits that you guys have ordered. I mean, I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I have tons of big orders. I have some small orders, but the majority of the orders are like large orders, like 9, 10, 12, 20 different things. And some of them have multiples of things. You know who you are. I won't call you out. But we were working hard on all those orders. I did have to do all of my picture frames yesterday, Terra cut kits. And today Today we're both going to be cutting kits, so we'll get caught up. All right, let's take this apart. Okay, the base, we only paint one. The other one goes right up there. We're going to take him apart. Let's get all the things that are alike together. Here are the crows. Let's put you guys right there. And then white for his gloves. And then the buttons, they're going to all be brown. Sometimes you'll get something else to have, like, I try to always clean out the inside of the little circles, like on the button part, but sometimes you'll get a kit and it'll still have a couple of little pieces in the whole area. Okay. How you doing, Pam? This is just so darn cute. Oh, I did get, there's my color for that. I'm looking at my colors as I'm pulling it off. Do I have all my colors? Okay, so these are all the same color. We have orange for the nose. We have our pumpkins. We have the face. That's the only thing that is my flesh color. I'm going to put that down here. We have our pumpkins, and so this pumpkin up here is going to be blue. The hat's blue. Okay, so let's put that over here together. And I'll have to remember to paint that one. That's the only tricky one because it's close right here next to the other, next to his shirt. Okay, so brown for the shoes. These are orange. The nose is orange. There's a lot. See? As I pull it apart, do you see? There's a lot of pieces. Okay, and then this will be alizarin crimson. And here's his pants. Can't forget his pants. Okay, let me make my screen a little bit smaller or scoot. Maybe I can just squish this up. I almost lost my little thing there. Let me just squish this up. There. I think we're good. I think we're good. You just started painting him last night. He is so cute. I know, I love him to death. He's so adorable. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I know this week's going to go by really fast before I know it. I'm getting things cut out. I got excuse me, 6 of these cut out to take with me to my cabin. Okay, I do not have any more pellet dishes, but I have a whole bunch of these dishes here. Oh, you know what? I bet I have a pellet dish over here. Let me look in my box. I have a box that I brought back from the back room, and I bet I have some in it. Maybe not. Oh no, it's all squeegees. I have a whole box of squeegees. I don't. All right, it's okay. I have lots of these small ones. So let's just start at the top and work down. Good morning, Janine. How are you? All right, so we're painting this cute little guy. Okay, so painting him. If you didn't order him yet, let me get you the link for that right now. Because sometimes I forget, and you guys have to ask me because you know what, I just get painting. So let me get you this fall section because there's lots of cute things in the fall section. That is where it's at. So where am I? Who am I? That's where the Frankenstein and the skeletons are too. So tons of cute things in this collection of goodies. Okay. And we're down. Oh, sorry. There I am. Your internet is out. Something with the company. Oh no, they're working on it. Yeah, it is such a pain. I know, because I need internet to do my job. And so when I don't have internet, I can't do my job. Oh, you're planning another big order. Oh my goodness. You're a crazy lady. But it's for friends and stuff like that. So when you place your order, I know that it's not just you. If it was just you, then I would think you'd be a little crazy. Okay, so brown. We're doing our milk chocolate. This one is watered down, but I'm just going to go ahead and use it. And it will be fine. So this part, the buttons, the shoes. Can you imagine when I have 6 cut out to go up to my cabin to do at my cabin? Where's it? Oh, here's the shoes. I'm like, where's your shoes? Where'd your shoes go? Okay, so that's all the brown. I have a whole bunch of these boards up there. So when I paint at the cabin, I I start painting, I do a whole bunch of boards like this. I have them laying all over. I have 2 kitchen tables there. I have one in the kitchen, one in the, it's like a dining room slash living room area. So, yeah, I have a whole bunch of these. I'll just be doing all the pieces, like all the bodies together, all the little crows, everything just separated out. So yeah, that'll be cute. I can't wait to have them all for my craft show. I'm excited. So I always look forward to the next craft show. Anyone else that does craft shows, just always so excited to do your next one. I'm like, I can't wait for the next one because I'm going to have even more cuter stuff. I do have to make more windows and window inserts. They sold really well. We had them packaged really well. Maybe what I'll do is show you guys, because if some of you guys do craft shows and you take stuff like that, we have a really good way of packaging ours. And Tara made a nice little label that we fold and it goes over. So that was milk chocolate and black, of course, and this is aloe. So it folds and it goes over the top, and it has our QR code on it so that people can scan it to go to our website to buy more of the kits. They can't really buy more of them painted. We don't have them on there painted yet, but we will. So we're trying to link them back to our website so they can order when it's not craft season. Get them used to going over there and checking out the painted sections. So yeah, I will show you guys how we package it's just the inserts that we package. And I use the little, they're not glue dots. Well, maybe they are called glue dots, but they're the kind for scrapbooking that are repositionable. So they're the ones that are less sticky, and we have it on a cardboard backer, and then we actually just slide it into Ziploc. I prefer the Ziplocs to the to doing the shrink wrap. So shrink wrap, if the post office is really horrible with your order, or you're at your craft show and you're taking things in and out of boxes, that shrink wrap doesn't last forever. Okay, so it does start to tear a little bit. Okay, this is deep okra. Yeah, Sarah, I can imagine that people that work from home would not be happy with not having their internet. I have an issue when my computer doesn't work. So yesterday, a lot of my afternoon, I did not get to work on my computer over in New Mexico because I can't log into my email. So the tech was working on it. So she ran a program, and the program was taking so long that she's like, I'm just going to check it in the morning. Just let it run in the background. You can still use it. But for like 2 hours, she was working on it because I can't log into my email over there. I can log into it here. Okay, so that was deep okra. This is alizarin crimson. I like the deep red color for my Scarecrow. Okay. And I probably should start painting some of him because he has some colors up here that he needs painted. Let's do his shirt. So his shirt is going to be burlap. So let me just pour some out there. His pants are here, so I don't have to worry about that. But what I do have to worry about is where the pumpkins are. So the pumpkin part, I'm just going to be careful. And his face, don't have to worry about the face because the face is a separate piece. Okay, but I do have to worry about the pumpkin right here. This is the only area I just have to be careful right there. And here we go. So Tara took home lots of my little skeletons to work on. She takes home a project every night. So she works in the shop for 3 hours every day, and then she goes home and paints for 2 hours. That's what works best for her. So, and it, it's good for her kids that kind of break up the day when she has to go pick them up. School started yesterday here in our area. So she had to take Kaylin to school. It was Kaylin, my granddaughter's first day at high school. She's a freshman. So, and she is going to West Hills. So if you guys are in this area, so, My grandson, Tara's son, Brody, is going to Santana. Okay, let's do these pumpkins at the bottom. This one's going to be blue. So let's do these pumpkins. This one's blue. The hat's blue. So we do the pumpkins on the bottom are orange, and the center and the nose are orange. So we're using spiced pumpkin. So she had to take, she took Kaylin to school, and then she came right over to work, and it worked out perfectly. She got there exactly the right time. So that's nice. She worries about the traffic, you know. I mean, we do have traffic here. You know, we're a community of, I don't know how many there are in Lakeside. I think there's about, like, when last time that I remember reading our population sign. Okay, so this is spiced pumpkin. I remember it being about, and this side I don't really have to be careful because the crow covers, that is covered up, the pants cover this up, so I don't have to be careful. I'll do the stem of the pumpkin later. So I think 55,000 in Lakeside, maybe 65,000 in Santee. So Santee is the adjacent city. That's where she goes to school. So school is like 5 minutes from here. That's all. It's not far at all. But the other high school where my grandson and the other grandson that graduated last year, it's like 1 minute from here. So 5 minutes or 1 minute. There's high schools in our area right here. There's 3 high schools that are close. So your grandson's a freshman too. Oh, that's awesome. Sarah says Chloe is a freshman too. Oh, that's awesome. See, we all have a lot in common, don't we? So she's about like the middle of my grandchildren. You know, if I had to name all the ages, I don't know that I could, because I'd really have to think a lot. I would really have to think hard. So it just, you know. Okay, so this is warm beige for the face. Yeah, you know, the year. Oh, I forgot the blue for this, the blue jean color. Okay, I like to use the blue jean color. I probably need to start looking for more. The Ceram Coat Denim Blue. I do have to order this online. I don't know that there's any store around here that carries it. I have to go back and look online. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember if our Hobby Lobby carries it. I'm gonna have to look. Okay, so the overalls are the only thing that are that color. Okay, and then we will do some shading on there so that it looks like there's I didn't use the Levi's like on the other Scarecrow. I'm just trying to do things a little different on this one. Okay, there's my blue jean color. So it's actually called Denim Blue or Blue Jean. So with Ceram Coat, that's the other brand. So hi Sandy, how are you? Okay, I'm trying to, okay, yep, I'm caught up. Making sure I'm caught up. You stop carrying that brand. Yeah, how rude of them. How rude of them. Yeah, I think ours stopped carrying that brand too. So I am able to find it, and I did get a gift of a bunch of them from Janine at one point a couple of years ago. I'm probably still using some of those, but I did stock up. I'm gonna have to look, because whenever I buy it, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I already had some stored away. Okay, I'm going to be really careful right here. If you need to get a small brush to do this, you can. So because you're just going right next to that, and then right next to this. So this is crystal blue. You can use any blue. You could use green if you want. Totally use. There's going to be a centerpiece, so I don't worry about the center. Okay, it's going to be fine. So yeah, it makes it hard when, I mean, that's the correct color for me. I have not been able to find a good blue jean color in the Americana brand. You know, I just haven't. So I always go with that because that's what works for me. I think open water is a good color, but I really like that one. I really like that one. Okay, let's dry everything. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Happy Tuesday. We're making our scarecrow. Okay, let's dry. I think we got all our first coats on. I wonder how crazy the weather's going to be today. It seems like it's just been up and down. Let me see. It's 61 currently right now. It's supposed to only be a high of 83. I know some of you guys are beating our temperature. And if you're over in Phoenix or in like Imperial Valley, which is heading towards Yuma, that area, it's been 113, 118. Yeah, not fun at all for any of those people. I really worry when I see posts of dogs that get loose because, you know, it's just so hot. They get dehydrated so quickly. All right. Okay, guys, let's get our second coats. Second coats are always more quick, are always quicker. More quick or quicker. Yeah, they are. So anyways, this is my milk chocolate. So yeah, milk chocolate doesn't taste the same as real chocolate, but milk chocolate. All right, and it was watered down. That's why I put it in this little dish, because it was a little watered down, but it works. All right, my black is okay. I'm going to do my white. So not every color will need a second coat. Most will. Most will. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down. My green is aloe. Yeah, it's a lot quicker this way. I'm just going in a row with my deep ochre. Yeah, there's usually enough on the brush to do your second coat. You usually don't even have to reload your paint unless it's a bigger area. Okay, and then we have our alizarin crimson. I just kind of dab at it and paint comes out. There we go. All right, and next I do need to put some up here. So this is burlap. Good news, your sore throat is finally starting to go away, but the congestion and cough is taking over. Hardcore. Oh gosh, hopefully you're past the worst of this. Yeah, I hope so too. You know, it's not fun. I'm sure that you probably did have the new COVID. At least you're getting it over now before the holidays. So you're not going to be sick for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I always look at that. It's a plus. When I got it right after going to Africa, at least I got it over before craft season, because that's no fun. That's no fun to have it and be weak, because it zaps your energy. It's like, it is a killer for your energy. So at least you're getting it over and you don't have to worry about it come, you know, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You're not going to be one of the sickies. So anyways, hopefully the congestion part doesn't turn into pneumonia. Just keep an eye on that for us. Make sure. Laura says your Hobby Lobby doesn't carry open water. I thought about going wholesale on paints. Oh yeah. You mean like you selling or buying wholesale? I used to buy wholesale from them, but you have to buy cases. So the case consists of just 6 of something. So I did buy wholesale from Americana for a long time. When we would order it, we would order enough to paint all of our ornaments for that season. A lot of our bottles were the tall ones, but there were some colors that are only available in the short. So we did order it, and we would get a pallet of paint every year. So I swear I still have some of those. When I was at the craft show, some of those tall bottles were probably from when we used to buy them wholesale. So yeah, we used to buy wholesale. You can buy wholesale from them. You just have to contact them. I don't know if they still do it. That was probably 15 years ago. Yeah, a while ago. It was a while ago. Okay, that's Spiced pumpkin, warm beige. What's next? The blue jeans. Let's get our blue jean overalls. Okay. And then I think this is the last thing. What do I have? Oh, no, I already did that. I already did the face. Okay. So, yeah, buy wholesale. You're supposed to get 98 degrees. Oh my goodness, Lori. For you guys, that's pretty high, right? Okay, so I'm going to be really careful right here. I do have to do some details. I'll have to do the stems. I'll have to do cheekies and eyeballs. And then, of course, we will be doing our inking around the edges for details. Okay. All right. So, got everything. Okay, let's dry, and then we can do details. All right. Yeah, I was surprised last week when we hit 104. It's just like out of the blue. Out of the blue, we had a day that it spiked. The heat just was really high. So, yeah, Sarah, just contact them, because we used to buy, but we bought a lot. We bought a lot. Yeah, we did. We would get a pallet full, but you know what colors you need. So when you buy it wholesale, you're buying 6 in a packet. They come in little boxes. Yeah, that's how it used to be. That's been many moons. We used to buy a lot of wholesale, but we don't do that anymore because I don't do as much of that, because we sell the kits more than just paint. We used to just paint. There were 3 of us painting all day long because we did the ornaments. It was a crazy business selling the ornaments wholesale. I even went to the shows in Las Vegas to sell wholesale once upon a time. Okay, all right, let's get our detail. Let me get the thing for cheekies. All right, I got that. And then eyeballs, we're gonna use our stylus. We still need to do the stems. So I'm just gonna get a small brush for that. Let me just find a small brush. We need some brown. So a couple of colors. Oh, you know what? I think I want regular. I don't want the thin stuff. I'm gonna just get some of this. Hi, Judy Kirk. How are you? So how many colors can you? so just so many colors you can't get. Yes. You know what? And I paid dearly for the colors going through Deco Art. So yeah, I don't like having to do that. And going online, okay, so this is dark chocolate. I'm going to do the stems of the pumpkins. I just got my order from Deco Art because I couldn't get open water either. So I ordered it from Deco Art, and I have it now in a couple of other colors, but it's $2.99 a bottle compared to 99 cents a bottle at Hobby Lobby. So I wish Hobby Lobby had everything. I need to check our bigger Hobby Lobbies. We do have, I'm going to dry that and put a second coat. We do have several Hobby Lobbies in the area. So the biggest one is actually down close to my Chula Vista craft show. That Hobby Lobby's huge. There's one in Claremont Mesa, I think. Or is it Mira Mesa? What is that Mesa? The one up off the 15, Judy, that's by Nancy Turk's house. That's not Claremont, is it? What is it called? Anyways, there's a Hobby Lobby up there off of the 15 by Miramar area. And then there's one down in Chula Vista. There's one that's close to my Apple Crate craft show that we put a sign right across from it for the craft show. And then there's one in Temecula on my way up to the cabin. And I haven't stopped there. There used to only be that one that was up there by the cabin. And I used to stop there on my way to the cabin many moons ago. Or I just drive. It's an hour away. I would just drive. Makes you wonder, let's see. what Hobby Lobby pays. I know, because I think it's a loss leader for them. They probably pay about that. I don't think they're making a profit. I just feel like it's probably one of their things that gets people in there is their paint. I honestly feel like it's a loss leader for them, if you know what that means. If you're in sales, you know that there are some items that you just have, like sometimes in a craft booth, you'll have something that you spent a lot of hours making, but it's something that will draw people into your booth, and you're going to put it for a lower price to draw people in and to have a lot of sales, because you need to, sometimes you have to do that. Okay, so I'm doing the face. I kind of want to see how much of it covers the hair. Okay, because I'm going to use this, but I am going to kind of go in a circle. I'm making it bigger. Okay, so yeah, I would think that it's probably a loss leader for them, if that makes sense to you. Okay, there's my cheekies. And I hope Hobby Lobby never. I know, we would be lost without them. I know. I love my Hobby Lobby. We will all protest. I don't know what we'll do, but if Hobby Lobby was to close, oh my goodness, it would just be horrible. I think I might cry. There used to be some really good craft stores up in Idaho when I would go up to visit my family. Roberts was there. Ben Franklin, I believe all those are closed now. I think Roberts closed a while ago, but my auntie worked at Roberts. And so I would go in there and I would see her every time I go up to visit my family. And then also I could stop at the Provo Craft warehouse. I had a wholesale account, and I could stop at Provo Craft, which was in Provo, Utah. And I could go to their warehouse and purchase. Okay, I have all of my, no, I don't have all my details. Darlene, don't lie. You need to do your crows. My crows need their beaks and their eyeballs. So you love Ben Franklin. Do you have one? You have one there. So once in a blue moon, we'll be traveling. I go, oh, there's a Ben Franklin. I'm like, they are still out there. When years ago, when my friend went with me to Candy Dance, which is a craft show that is up kind of close to Reno in a little town. Can't think of the name of the town. It'll pop into my head. Anyways, Candy Dance. So it was a craft show. And one of my friends could not be at the show, and so she let me bring some of my stuff in to the booth so that she kept her booth. So she shared it with someone else, but I was able to bring my stuff, and her friend, another friend, brought some of her stuff. So there was 3 of our things in that booth. But anyways, Candy Dance, we drove there, and it was up by Reno, which I believe, yeah, Reno, which is by Tahoe, and the town had been doing an event called Candy Dance for years to pay for things in the community there. So I don't remember what initially they were paying for, but anyways, Candy Dance, yeah, pretty crazy. So there were Ben Franklin stores, there were hole-in-the-wall craft stores. We stopped at all of them. Oh, they closed a long time ago. Oh yeah, darn. All the good ones are closing. Okay, let me dry all this. We'll pull everything off of here. We'll ink it all. We'll get the little details on everything. There will be little dots on his cheeks, but I kind of want to wait and get the hair on there because I want to make sure that it's in the right place. Sometimes I will put the white dots and the hair covers it, and I don't want that to happen. So all right, I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Let us pull everything off. So I kind of just start assembling it so that I know what it's going to look like. And then I know if I mess something up, I need to paint something. I didn't get something painted. So let's just do that. Let's just get him all assembled. This little cutie pie. Mr. Scarecrow. Did we get all the right parts painted? Sometimes I worry because, you know, it's really easy to paint something the wrong color. But doing this, I make sure that all my pieces, all my buttons, all my things are painted the correct color and that I'm not missing a piece because that would not be fun. Okay, one's gonna go like that. I'm looking at my sample. Actually, the larger one's going up there. One of those got his hands. So I'm just kind of assembling him. A button here, a button there. One of the crows goes here. One of the crows goes here. And then there we go. And then we have our base. Okay, so there he is. Let's pull it off. Gonna take this up, put it down on the floor, and get our ink pad. So I always like to ink the base first, and that way I can get it glued. I did bring in more glue, the little ones. I had a bunch of the little ones. So gonna glue that together. Yippers. All right, so let's figure out which way it goes because sometimes that center hole doesn't line up correctly because it's not always centered. I try, but sometimes it has to be offset because of the way that the base part is. You know what? I'm gonna need my stylus because it's been a while since this one's been used. Oh, yeah, I think this is not gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to swap out the ends. Am I gonna be able to? Yep. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna swap them because this one's almost empty. I think it's the same size. Perfect. Gonna swap the tops. This is brand new, but it didn't come with a thing. It's like a refill. Okay. Let me just get a paper towel, wipe it off. Okay, now we're good to go. Sometimes I just have to restart. So the next craft show that I do, they have a blended area. I did not sign up for that area. I'll see if she has room for anything. You do have to pay extra to be in her blended area. And sometimes the blended area is full by the time that I get there. So I don't end up putting anything in there. I pay for it and then I'm like, oh, there's no room. So I didn't pay this time, but I'll see. I'll see if she has room because it's right where customers walk in. And I think these would be so cute just where the customer walks in. But this is a bigger item. Like this is a $20, $24 item. Depends on how things go in your area. For me, this is going to be a $20 item because things don't sell for as much here because of there's so much competition. That's how I feel anyways. I can't sell my stuff for as much as I'd like to here because there's a lot of competition between all the craft shows. All right, my crows are gonna be done with the white ink pad. You can use the black. It will still kind of leave, I mean the regular brown. It will kind of leave a thing around it, but we're gonna use white. My white is almost gone too, so there's not a lot. It's just going to kind of leave a shadow around it. There we go. Oh my goodness, guys, just so much. Working on so much paperwork. I just finished up my month end, which is great. Yeah, my goal is to always finish my previous month end by the 10th of the next month. Because there's a lot, and the fact that I need a Q-tip because I kind of made a mess. I got too much white. Too much. There we go. Okay, so there's all my crows. Don't need any more white. Yeah, so I got all my month end done. And granted, yesterday was the 11th. However, the 10th was on the weekend, so it still counts, right? It still counts. I try, because I was talking to Sheila, the owner's wife, and I was like, yeah, I'm almost done with month end. I'm usually done by the 10th. And I was like, what's today? She goes, the 11th. I'm like, oh. Oh, well, I try. So, but when it falls on the weekend, I'm like, I try not to work weekends if I don't have to for my bookkeeping business, but there are some times when I do. And like last night, I didn't finish my work until almost 2 in the morning. I worked very, very late because I needed to get stuff done and on my boss's desk so that when he woke up this morning and got to work, all of the paperwork was done. So when I'm done here, he'll probably have some questions on some things. So anyways, it's always busy. Okay, so I'm just dissecting him again, just taking pieces apart. I know that everything fits together. I know that I need to do details, but I'm going to do the details on each piece with the Q-tips. So Q-tips are my friend, the pointy Q-tips. They work. This little guy is so cute. I just love him to death. Can't wait to have like 6 of them in a row. Anyways, lots of fun things coming up. I have a lot more fall projects that are new. And then I have some that I've done in the past that I'm going to bring back for my craft shows. So I will show you as I paint them so that you can go, oh yeah, I remember that one from last year. So lots of orders coming in, so thank you so much for your orders. We do have the sale this weekend. I will have everything so it auto posts, and then I will just kind of babysit it from the cabin. I will be taking my stuff to the dump early in the morning before it gets hot. I have to find my dump card. I hope I can find it. I usually put it straight into my wallet. Do you guys have dump cards where you're at? We have a dump card to take, so we can take stuff to the dump. We have X amount of free trips to the dump each year, and that is based on, okay, I don't need to do the center part. What do I need to do here? I think I got that done. Maybe right here, because there is a center. Okay, so we get X amount of free trips to the dump based on our taxes. So we get a card in the mail, like whoever the owner is of the property, we get a card, and it's a punch card. It has our address, and when you go there the very first time, you register your vehicle so they know the weight. You can only have so much in there. They know the weight of your vehicle, and it's registered. That vehicle license plate number is registered, so they weigh you when you come in, and then they weigh you empty so they know what the gross weight of your vehicle is, because you can only have a certain amount of weight each time, or it counts as 2 of the punches. So anyways, we get a card. I'm not gonna be able to use your laser till they get the internet. Oh darn. Oh no, Sarah, that's true. They better get that internet finished for you soon. Okay, let me get another Q-tip. I just messed that up. I just stick it in my mouth, get a little bit of saliva there, fix that. Okay, all's good. All right, yeah, that's, oh, I'm sorry. That's true. So my laser is, we don't have to have internet to use our lasers. Our lasers are just, we have a cord going from the computer to each laser, and all of my programs, as long as I've already downloaded everything, we're good to go. We don't have to have internet at all. It's connected with a cord. So we can still run. We can also put stuff onto a stick, onto like a, what is it? You know, those little things. What is it that you put data on? Whatever that is, we can put it into that, and like a thumb drive, like that type of thing. We can use a thumb drive for one of the lasers if we needed to. But pretty much as long as everything is downloaded. Our problem would be we can't print shipping labels if our internet goes down, because you have to have the internet for the information. Guess what? Darlene, I had a boo-boo. How did I do that? How did I have such a big boo-boo right there? Okay, I have to fix that. Okay, oh, and guess what? I'm supposed to do polka dots. Okay, so I have a little boo-boo. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe something set on top of that. I was being so careful, guys. Okay, I do want to do polka dots there with the crimson. Okay, let me just get a little brush. I thought I was being careful. USB. There you go. Yeah, that's what. So I can use that with my laser. Okay, I thought I was being really careful. I don't know what I did. If I go back and look at the video, it'll probably tell me. Okay, let me dry that. I can always fix everything, right? I probably want to do my polka dots before I get everything on here. It'll be easier, right? Or should I do them after? Oh, maybe I'll do it after. I think before I did it after. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness. I tell ya. So now I'm just going to ink that area. I don't know what I was thinking. Who knows? Who even knows what I was thinking? Okay. Keep gluing. So neckerchief is next. Okay, that goes right in there. And then his face. So I start from the bottom because that was easier for me. You can start from the top if you want. If you want to do the hat first. Yeah, if you just have a cord, you should be good. Like if you're not pulling your programs from the internet itself, then you should be good to go. A USB cord, is that what it's called? I am not a computer tech. I'm not a techie person. I kind of know how to figure it out, but all the verbiage, I am just not. I am not the person for that job. It just works. My husband is not a techie either. My son is really good at that. My son Wesley, he is a programmer, and when I have any issues with anything like that, that's Tara's husband. He has come over and he has saved me before on things that were I have to put lines there. Hello. So let me just do that. Yeah. My Corel Draw, when I had to switch computers, my older Corel Draw wouldn't load. And so I had to buy the whole new one, and it just was a mess. But he was able to help me out with stuff that I didn't know how to do. You know, sometimes you just need a helping hand. Sometimes you can't do everything, right? If I have somebody that can help me, I am so grateful. Yeah, my husband's really good with project stuff. Like, I don't know if I told you guys, but in my room, we have the extraction fans for the lasers, and they pull up through the wall, through the ceiling, out to the roof area, and then there's a screen up there so that birds can't go down inside of it, which is a good idea because you don't want birds to go down and land in the laser. Anyways, they wouldn't go that far, but the screens get gummed up because there is resin in this wood that holds it together. And so he put pre-filters. He put a pre-filter on one of the lasers to test it out and see if it would work, because he has a hard time going up on the roof. He'd have to go up on the roof, and he'd have to go around the solar panels up there. And so on one of the lasers, he put a pre-filter to try it out, and it's working so nicely. So we just changed the filter in the shop area, and that filter looked like brown sugar. It was very, very brown. It gathered up all of the resin, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. So anyways, he's really good at that stuff. He's my handyman. And he built his dune buggy from scratch. He's smart at those things. That's what he does. That's what he does at work. He builds things. He helps build things. He doesn't create the total pattern, but he does a lot of stuff like for the military, for our defense, for our freedom. So that's good. Okay. All right. Things that I don't know about. I don't want to know about. I'm like, you know how some people get upset that, oh, my husband can't tell me what he works on. I don't want to know everything that my husband works on. It's probably not safe for me to know those things. All right, there's that one there, this one here. I am going to put little white dots on a couple of areas. I am going to do polka dots. He's not done yet. So, but if you can't hang in here with me, the only next thing that I would be doing is putting the base on. As soon as I get some polka dots on him, I will do that. I'm going to put polka dots on the shirt. So I'm going to get my stylus. I'm going to use alizarin crimson. Your twin brother used to help you with everything. He died 8 years ago. Oh, now you rely on your son, Josh. You know, that's good that you have your son to help. Who knows what that... Probably something being delivered. Probably Amazon. Yep, Amazon. Who knows what it is? I never know. It's nice to have someone. Okay, so I just need a little bit of this. A little bit goes a long ways. It really does. I'm going to do polka dots. And they're in 3s. Okay, so... And I don't want them to be big. They're going to be smaller size. So I'm using the smaller end of this. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to have at least one of our children, right? That can help. My younger son used to help my husband with things, and then he moved. And my daughter and her husband, when we were building the shop, they came over and helped a lot with that. I mean, she's actually pretty physical. She's able to do all those things. And then her husband's always really helpful with things like that. But it's nice to have people. Okay. I'm kind of doing a little pattern here. Just getting all of my things. And I don't want them too close. I want to kind of have it spread out. So I'm kind of figuring out where it all goes. So cute. He's just adorable. I feel like I need to make him just by himself without all the extra stuff, though. I should dissect him away and just have just him and not all the pumpkin. I don't know. I don't know if it would be the same, though. I don't know if it would have the same effect to just have him by himself with maybe one crow. I don't know. I'm just thinking I need to do it maybe separate. Kind of like I do with the gnomes, how I have those. I'm kind of thinking. All right. Almost done. I do need to do some other white dots here and there. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to dry it. So there's my little polka dot pattern on his shirt. So your son is your go-to. It helps you with it. Yeah, it's nice to have someone. We all need someone. Okay, let's just dry that. I need to do the white dots on the cheekies. Cheekies. But I do want to dry this because I'm so famous for messing things up. And this will just help it dry faster. Okay. All right, so cheekies. I'm going to do those a little bit bigger. I'm going to use the other end, and they're going to be in 3s also. And it's going to kind of be at an angle and at an angle. Okay, then there are some white dots here and there. So I'm going to show you. See how on this one, there's kind of some white dots here and there. Oh, I didn't do my shading right there. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here so we can kind of look at it. I'll just put it right here. and slide this, and then I can kind of look. I kind of want them to all be similar because they're going to be together at the craft show, but I also know that they don't have to be identical. Okay, so I'm going to finish this top part of my shading. I didn't get that. Okay, so I just take my white and I use my stylus. Some people use a liner brush. You can use whatever you want. I just use my stylus and kind of draw this and then do the dot, dot, dot. So totally up to you if you do this or not. So, you know, it's your project. You get to decide, are you comfortable doing it like this, or do you like yours to just be shaded? Totally up to you. Okay, what's next? Okay, so there is like a little, now liner brush would come in handy for this part. It's like a little crosshatch. And I'm just drawing it on there with my stylus. Just kind of like this. So I'm going from top to bottom. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is a scarecrow after all. Okay. All right, so there we go. All right, then next. Okay. I just stuck my fingers in glue. Now, around the pumpkins, there's a little bit, and on the shoes. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit more paint here on my centers of my flowers. There's a little bit. So there's just a little thing. Not flowers. The button part. The button part on the... That is the center of the flower, but the button part. Okay. So like I said, as little or as much as you want. Totally up to you. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the big end. Yeah, I just dot it. I just dip it in the paint, and then I just pull down. Kind of makes like an exclamation point. And you just go here and there. Sometimes starting at the top, sometimes starting at the bottom. Totally up to you. But liner brushes work for this also. But you have to do your dots with the end of your paintbrush if you're using a liner brush. Okay, we're almost there. We got to do our shoes. There's a hair there. Is it glued on? It's definitely my hair. Okay, so... Okay. This is so cute, guys. I love this. I love fall. Okay, we're almost done. Couple more. And then we'll dry it. We'll put it into the base. Oh, I need to turn on my glue gun. Okay, I think I got everything. It looks like it. Okay, let me plug in my glue gun, and then we'll dry this. I got paint on me. Of course I did, because I Darlene cannot do anything without making a mess ever. That's my life. All right, plugging that in. Let's dry this. Let's cover this. We're done with that. Okay. Oh, hi Carol, how are you? He is just so darn cute. Now I have 2, and I have 6 more cut out to take to the cabin with me to do. That should be enough. 8 should be playing for my next craft show, even though it's a big craft show. Okay, I did have a little oopsie here. I dripped my white paint, so I'm just gonna grab my, let me just do this. So I got 2 little white dots there. Hello, where is my blue? I'm gonna grab my brush and just tap it. I don't know what I did. Sometimes it will splatter when you're doing your dots. Thanks, Betty. I love him. I think he's very cute. I think it would look really cute on an entryway table, or on a dining room table, at your desk, anywhere. I think in your kitchen, on the countertop. Give one to your favorite friend. Take him a pumpkin latte and a little scarecrow. All right. Okay, so I'm going to try it in the base, make sure that it works. There have been some times when I've had to kind of trim it down. Sometimes I get too much paint on it. Okay, making sure it fits. Okay, so it does fit in there. Perfect. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Thank you, Holly. Thanks. Hi, Darlene. How are you? Making our little scarecrow. All right. I don't know how that got glue on the back because I didn't have glue yet. Maybe there was glue. Oh, there's probably glue from when I did the other. Okay, so I'm putting it down into the base, and then I am going to hot glue along the back. Now, I do have to keep in mind that the pumpkins kind of go up like that, so I need to be careful when I'm doing that. So I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. Hopefully it is heated up already. It hasn't been plugged in that long. So we'll find out really quick, won't we? Your bestie collects scarecrows. Oh, yeah. She would love it. Get on it, Sarah. That would be fun. Okay, I'm going to tip it because I want it to go down. I don't want to just make a mess. So I do this part. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to. This just makes it so that base is never coming off of there. I promise. So if you're doing craft shows and you've ever had a problem with the bases detaching and your customer like carrying it around and where's the base, this solves that problem. So I'm just making sure it's upright correctly. Okay, we're done. We have 2 done now. Yay. So there we go. I'll make sure tomorrow we get a Chocateur project done. And I'm so excited for Friday because Peanuts collection is coming. Yay! Peanuts is coming! Here's my cute little Halloween one. Anyways, there we go, guys. It's not difficult. If you haven't grabbed it yet, let me give you the link again. So it's a lot of you have grabbed it. Here's the whole fall section. Okay, so you can grab whatever you need or just look at it. And don't forget to go over to the VIP group and grab your discount code because that's over in the VIP group. All right, guys, I love you. Hope you have a fantastic day. Today is only Tuesday, so we still have quite a bit of our week left. Yay, let's make it a good week. I love you guys. Let me see. What was the comment there? Oh, sorry. It wasn't. It was just the link. So there's your link for this cute little cutie pie. And I do just have it in the one size because there's a lot of pieces. If I shrunk it down, I don't think it would have the same effect. It's pretty tall. So this is a sheet of paper. Okay, so it's about, the sheet of paper is 11 inches. It's about 10.5 inches tall. And it is probably about 10 inches wide. So 10 inches, 10.5 tall and maybe 10 inches wide. Anyways, there you go, guys. I love you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I know. Thank you. I love it too.